While the mandatory vaccination talks are gaining momentum on the other side, political parties are demanding some engagement from the president through parliament. The UDM says the president cannot institute measures to fight the rising COVID-19 numbers, but failed to get advice from the National Assembly. Newzroom Afrika's Philani Pagadi is in studio for more on this. So when we look at what parties like the UDM and the ACDP are saying, what is the main bone of contention? Because they have seats in parliament. I haven't seen them try and table motions for the discussion of these issues. So what is discussed in parliament is very much their responsibility as any other MPs.
Well, they feel that the matter really is that they've been trying, as far as I hear from the UDM president, Bantu Holomisa, that to put the matter in parliament. But that, of course, should be accepted onto the agenda, and that has been with fail. They feel that the president has not been engaging and has not been transparent enough. And Bantu Holomisa also telling me a little bit earlier on when I was speaking to him that the president seems to be shaky in his leadership. He feels that there's a lot of consultations that he's doing externally, but not with parliament. The one particular house, he feels that there could be proper advice with the laws that guide the country, and as well as through the national disaster, that they could be able to be in a position to bring about some stability, looking at how they feel they could lead the country. Some advice they feel the president has not been coming forward, even when they are giving it to him on the corridors or via emails whatsoever. But what Bantu Holomisa is saying is that there is a need as well to try and bring about the talk of economic recovery, the emergency economic recovery and reconstruction back to parliament. Not only a talk from the president and a speech from him, but a talk on as to how they feel as political parties they could be in a better position to bring about some economic stability. I talked to him, and this is what he had to say, Kathy.
I would advise him to keep us at this level 1, and not to listen to his cabinet who are lazy to say change to this level, to that level. So he has to lead now and stop taking all these advices from the scientists only and his cabinet, and also brief the parliament now and again. He must lead, please.
So, Philani, the role of oversight of Parliament is crucial in any democracy. And quite frankly, over the past 18 months or more that we have been under any form of lockdown restrictions, it has been civil society groups on the outside that have been pushing for Parliament to do its work when it comes to oversight. And so what is being said here is nothing new. Why have these parties allowed a situation where the national state of disaster is continued indefinitely, and there's very little transparency about how decisions are being made, what is informing these decisions? We saw this in the height of the lockdown, and the modus operandi continues to date.
The modus seems to be continuing to date, Kathy, and I'd like to agree with you that it is only through Parliament that we'll be able to get some sense of urgent transparency. You do know that the issues around the PPE scandals at the height of COVID-19 had to be uprooted to us through the SIU and the Hawks. So the oversight committees that need to be standing within Parliament crucially would be very much assisting to not only the democracy that we have in our country, but as well as how the president and his cabinet is held to task. But currently, you did hear the president yesterday saying that they are looking at ultimately ending the state of disaster. But ultimately, it's an open number, Kathy, because you're not able to put a number exactly to it, that on the 20th or in such a month there will be the end to it. So the oversight portfolio committees within Parliament would have been able to assist. We do know how aggressive they can become when they are given the mandate, but currently are they able really to put the mandate back, to put the mandates of talks such as these on the agenda? Is there willingness as well from the parliamentarians, in particular the leadership of the National Assembly and the NCOP, to put the matter on the agenda and then discuss it and have the portfolio committees have adequate oversight from your health to your finances, and as well as, even social development, of which we do need for the people who have been affected economically and have lost their jobs.
The President had a Q&A session last week. I don't remember any of the parties, including General Holomisa, putting these issues up as one of the questions that the President needed to answer.
Definitely, and I think what is also important is that as much as they've been vocal on the outside, even on the media spaces, that they feel that there is there's a need to have the matters in a parliament, but how much of a canvassing are they making to try and get this matter into parliament? How much of a canvassing are they making as well to try and ensure that the president do answer to some Q&As as far as they are concerned, but only when they are there, they are not putting when the president is in front of them, they're not putting the questions, the right questions that they say they need the answers to him.
All right, Pelane Pagadi, we're going to have to leave it there for now. Of course, business becomes one of the voices that continues to take strong positions when it comes to the issue of vaccine mandates. What will government do? Well, that's what we'll have to wait and see.